One day he said, come with me. And we walked out here and he goes, okay, can you see it? Can you feel it? He says, this is our future. That's gonna be a basketball building. That's gonna be a soccer. That's gonna be a tennis courts for you. And it's gonna be beautiful. That's the passion of Rudy. He wanted us to feel. He wanted us to be part of his journey.
Rudy was tenacious, he was well organized, and he started a program with nothing.
Well, when we started, there was actually no facilities, no funding, we were in debt, and so the only way that you could go was up. Things don't just happen, people make things happen. In our society, there are three types: those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that can't figure out what's happening. And our goal was really to find a group of people that could make things happen.
You can't build anything from scratch without going out into the community, and I think he was clever. He got together a strong local group. You talk the likes of Jimmy Icardo and Rachel Gomez. He had some farmers and some other people. He showed what his belief was from this, and they were ready to join in.
I think that's a really important element in all of this, is what are the essential ingredients for success? And can we get everyone to buy in and be committed to that? And we were fortunate to be able to find the kind of individuals that knew that everything wasn't perfect to begin with, but we were going to work hard to try to make it the very best we could be.
Rudy was putting this athletic department together, but he must have been a genius about getting some really brilliant coaches that were invested in making Cal State Bakersfield a real strong presence. So I only had to look down the road. 2 doors away was Gloria Friedman, who'd been there with Rudy, kind of getting this whole athletic department off. And the other one, just across the way, as I look opposite there, was Charlie Craig. And then again, opposite me on the other one was Kathy Welter, the softball coach. For an AD, not only to put some great coaches out there that became very, very successful, but not necessarily the same type of person, not the same type of coach. And I think that takes a real skill, because in those days the AD was really the one making those calls, and he obviously did a brilliant job.
And when I looked around and I saw how hardworking our student athletes, coaches, and faculty and staff and everybody were, and it was amazing. When I look back and I think, look, we had to transport people to high schools so they could practice and work out, YMCA, and all the different folks that came and got behind us to allow us to get it started. And then once we got it started, it became one where, what's the next step? And not being satisfied with where we were, but where we could be. And having that goal and aspiration of we could be something very special.
So I walk into Rudy's office and I said, Rudy, I know I'm only here 3 months, right? But you want me to start this program, okay? I'll do it. I have no money. I don't know how to do this. He says, it's okay. Every day I'm going to take you somewhere and you're going to ask people for money, and I'm going to teach you how to do it.
A couple of my assistants said he's very conservative, like Jeremy Gunn's now the head coach at Stanford. And he used to come in the office and shake his head and he goes, I've got these great ideas for Rudy, and Rudy's, I said, you got to be careful, you know. I said, I've learned over I've had some things, but nearly 99.9% of the time, he is right. Rudy called me in the office and he said, we're going to start women's soccer. I thought, brilliant. He goes, do you want to start the program? It was me and Jeremy. I said, of course I do, yeah. So we need to have women's soccer. So this takes me back, because during this time of year is double days, okay? It's quite warm out there, right? So remember, 8 a.m. we had the women, 10 a.m. we had the men, 2 p.m. we had the women, 4 p.m. we had the men. So he basically is asking me to do 2 programs now. And then I just called Jeremy the other day. I goes, do you realise that we didn't get any more money? And I'm thinking, like, he must have been brilliant at convincing me to do that. Well, I'd say, you know, he gave me my career, my life. So for someone to believe in you that much.
I think it became more of a collective embodiment of things, so that it wasn't just one little thing that stands out in my mind. It was getting everyone on the same page, having them move in the same direction with the approach of not what we couldn't do, but what we could do.
This was his life, Bakersfield. His family and his job here were everything to him.
He came on the weekends and he would stay till Sunday. I mean, he was just that committed to making this work. It was his passion. I mean, this is where he was meant to be.